Hello and welcome to A Day in the Garden with me, Christina Linder. Today it's winter, it's December, and I decided that I want to make a nice planter for my front doorstep. In our region, we're a zone 6, 7 here on the west coast, southwest coast of British Columbia in Canada. But depending on the region you live in, you may be able to grow other things than we can here, and just depends on how cold you can expect it to get in the winter. So in my planter here today, I want to put, I have a skimmia here. This is a variety called Rubinella, and it has beautiful little buds on it, flower buds. I also have a little heather, and this is Kramer's Red variety, blooms in the winter, and it's got pink flowers. We also have a really beautiful hellebore here, and you may be able to see it's got some buds that are starting to come up now, so this will be blooming in a few weeks. In addition to that, I also have a fern. This is an evergreen fern called a deer fern, and it's quite delicate and dainty. It's not going to get super big, so that's perfect. And I have a type of evergreen here that has a really nice blue kind of tone to the foliage, and there's a lot of different kinds of evergreens. Some are more lime green, some have this sort of silvery bluey tone, some are green. So pick whatever you like. And then this is a euphorbia. This is a euphorbia called Ascot Rainbow, and you can see how it has a little bit of pink in the new growth there. So the theme here, the color theme, is kind of wine pink tones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the shorter stuff that's going to go in the very front. So I'm building this planter backwards because I'm sort of standing behind it. Normally I would do the shortest parts closest to myself, but that won't work when we're filming. So we'll put the little nice short heather there. And we're going to go with the skimmia next. And we're going to just dump him out carefully. Now, sometimes there's not a lot of root growth through the root clump, so we can take off a little bit of the soil to make them fit nicer and tighter in the pot. So a gentle little root massage. There we go. And we're going to pop it in there and sort of move them around so that they fit nicely beside each other. Next, I think we'll do the fern. And very gently dump it out. This has a lot of loose soil, so we're just going to loosen a bunch of that. Little root massage there. And I'm going to dig a little hole into the soil. The pot is half full of soil here. Push them in nice there. And ease that soil around the roots of the other plants so they don't sit with their roots sticking out. And I think next we're going to do the hellebore. So these are also called Christmas rose, and they bloom in the winter time through to early spring. Might have to tap him a little here. There we go. And this has a lot of root growth that you can see here. So we don't want to upset those roots too much. We'll just give it a little squeeze before we pop them in here. And squish them in there. Give them a wiggle. And we might have to remove a little bit of soil to make room for the last ones here. There. So let's go with this blue friend next. Give him a squeeze. He's also quite root bound here. There. We want him upright and we want him not leaning away like that. Like so. And what I think I'm going to do with this, because it's a little tight in the pot there now, so I'm going to get a second pot and I'm going to put him into that, and then the two pots can sit next to each other, and that is quite an attractive look as well. There, a little bit of extra soil and a couple of little holes here. And then when you're building a planter and you find maybe you want a little bit of extra texture in there, I have some mossy birch sticks here that I'm going to use. Just slide him out of the way. And these are so interesting because they have a little bit of moss and lichen on them. So we just squeeze those in. And one here. Push it in nice and tight. Like so. And one more. There we go. We want to make sure we weave the branches together. Like that. And there is the finished planter now, ready to go on the doorstep together with his friend. And that'll last all winter unless it gets really, really cold, in which case the skimmia may not look so great. But of course I have the option to, if the weather report says it's going to get cold, I can just stick it into the garage. So that is all for today. Thank you so very much for watching. My name is Christina Linder, and this has been A Day in the Garden. See you next time.